So we have to debunk that and understand that what this is just a tool that is necessary because of the environment that we're living in today.
Powerful
right?
statement.
So, and I can only foresee the future, us moving more and more this direction. Now, one of the things that somebody said is that, in this whole evolution that we're seeing, who knows? Maybe Bitcoin may not be the cryptocurrency of the future. Who knows which one is going to emerge as the most dominant over time? We don't know. That's how the .com environment came about. But what we do know is that it's here to stay.
It's here to stay.
Yes.
And then it's better to know how this functions, because if another one is coming, it's going to come behind it. Yes. So your knowledge through the cryptocurrency is going to help you when another one comes. Instead of staying behind one comes.
You'll be lost.
You'll be completely lost. Yeah.
Right now, but I think it's going to get better. I think there's a huge, there's a learning curve for most people because when we talk about cryptocurrency, we're living in an unregulated environment.
Okay.
It does require some understanding.
Okay.
I would be lying to you if I said that there is no need for understanding. There is some understanding that is needed. So there is some education that one needs, right? How to even transact. One needs to know that. How to store your cryptocurrency, because somebody may be saying, hey, I don't want my money in nowhere. But in the cryptocurrency environment, you actually do have wallets, so you have digital wallets where you're able to store your digital currencies there too. So these are all the things that one needs to know so that they can also teach others. So once again, I'm so grateful that you're taking this opportunity to educate the community. And, those of you that are members of this community, ought to be appreciative of that, because one needs to have this information. Because if you didn't know how to transact in the old system, you would have been struggling, right?
Yes.
Likewise, as we're transitioning to the new system, you have to know how to transact. Now, if you're well into your ages, where you're just marking time, maybe you may say this may not bother you. But if you're young, or you feel that you're going to be here for the next 5, 10, 20, 50, then you need to know what is happening so that you can change with the times.
Change is imminent. We have to evolve. There's a need to evolve. We are in the 21st century, and then we see how things are going so fast. And then, there's information out there that in 3 decades, Africa is going to have the youngest population ever in the entire world. So you came back recently from Ghana. Tell us a little bit how things are going over there. Because this, as African diaspora, we need to connect it to where we came from. Because I believe that the diaspora has the knowledge, has the expertise, and it has the fund to be able to impart, what we learn here, what we have here, back home to our various countries in Africa.
No, I was in Ghana, and I was, honest to tell you the truth, I was very impressed with the speed at which things are changing.
Tell me about it.
What impressed me was that, because of technology now, with especially in the telecom sector, because you're connected to the world still. When I was there for about 2.5 months or so, I didn't feel
2.5 months.
Yeah, I didn't feel disconnected at all. Everything that I needed to do, I was still able to do it. And in fact, this topic about cryptocurrency is not foreign to them. And I think that is also special in that, when we think about Africa and how Africa is changing, what we have to understand is that, we're in a rapidly changing environment, right? So Africa is not going to go through the same old process. We're going to skip certain phases of this revolution, right? So certain revolutions that other countries went through, we're going to skip those.
We might not go through.
Yeah, we're not going to go through the same.
It is like a Godspeed.
Yes.
It will take us from this. It's like we jump in the stages.
That's the only way.
Yeah.
Right, because again, the technology is there, so we're not going back to reinvent.
I agree, because there is such a wind, blowing in the direction of Africa right now. The younger generation, some who are born here, some who came here after their studies, their education, they don't have this kind of unstable mindset. They have one way. They want to go back to Africa.
No, I think Africa is poised for growth, and I think this environment really one of the things that Africa is always lacking is capital, right? Lacking access to capital, and this space actually gives us the opportunity to access capital.
Wow!
Right, by being able to play in this space, because now think about it, you could be in Africa, anywhere in Africa, but you don't have to transact only in Africa.
Yes.
Right from your cell phone, everything we're discussing in terms of cryptocurrency and all these things are all accessible to you. So
digital.
It's all digital. So the things that you couldn't do at your local bank, and that is also what is happening is that, in Africa today, the majority are unbanked, right? They don't even have access to the bank, right? And so they don't have a place to even store their wealth, right? So this is an avenue for them, where people, right on your cell phone, you can store your things, you can get access to
anywhere,
the digital
anytime.
environment, and now you're free to be able to move about in the world.
Powerful.
And what's also more powerful is that with the economic systems in most African countries, one of the challenges there in being able to build wealth is inflation, right? And the devaluation of the currency, right? Because all of these economies are pegged against the dollar, I told you. As the dollar gets stronger, guess what? The currencies, the local currencies that people are holding gets weaker and weaker, right? So imagine if you know enough, right, about this space, you can actually store your wealth not in the country that you're in, because recently we heard about another attempted coup in another African country and all those things. So these things come, and guess what, if you're not careful, you can lose the value of all your wealth and everything you've worked hard for. But now, as a business person or as an investor or just layman, you can now have the ability to store some of your wealth in a different environment and keep them protected from your local,
Thank you.
currencies.
Thank you so much for such information. Now, is it worth for someone, whether you are Christian or not, to invest in crypto?
Yes.
And how do you, if it's yes, how do you invest in crypto?
I think it's worth it to invest. Why? Because it's still its infancy, right? One of the things with investment is always time. Right? Time is your best friend when it comes to investment. Even if you're getting small interest, time is always your best friend. So when you're seeing an emerging technology in its infancy, right?
That's
it means
the time
that
to go in.
That's the time to go in because everything is at bottom prices.
Another word that we can use for the word investment, actually, I am led to say this. I don't want to make this like, Bible stated and everything. If not, we are going to start quoting scriptures. I think sowing and planting, it's just like the word investing. When you look into the book of Ecclesiastes, it said in the morning sow, in the evening sow. So it's like put out some investment out there and then wait for it. And then especially at the time of infancy, where the thing is growing, where the season things are growing, then you put it there. So in the long term or in the short term, that season, sometimes you may not decide. But it might come. It will come, surely.
No, it's kind of like when you read about how you read about stories about had you invested, let's say, 5,000 or 10,000 in Microsoft way back when, or Apple way back when, look at how much wealth you would have had today. And that's the mindset that I think anybody needs to have, and especially as believers, that we need to have. Like you said, we have to sow into it first. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of projects out there that you can invest in. Someone might say, oh, well, I saw Bitcoin is like almost, right now it's not right now it's around 40,000 or so, but at one point it was about 60-something thousand. So somebody may say, oh, I don't have that type of money. But the thing is, you don't have to buy the whole thing. You can buy fractions.
A fraction of it.
Right? So you can always buy fractions. And what is great about this space is that, it's one of the few spaces right now where you have the opportunity to almost hit the home run and catch an unbelievable growth. We have coins that literally can do 200-300% overnight.
Wow.
Right? And to me that's exciting, right? Because what it means is that by sowing small bits here and there and taking a chance, who knows? Maybe that may be the path for your blessing, right?
What is also imperative that we should know when it comes to investment, like even in the Christian world, we have offering, we have tithe, we have free will offering. So there are diverse kind of cryptocurrency. You put a little here. You don't need to take all your money and put it in one. You take a little of money and then you put in this and you put in that. Just wait for it.
Diversification is always the key.
Wow.
And if somebody wants to know where to get some of this stuff, there are places like Coinbase. I don't work for any of these places. I'm just giving out ideas.
We are not endorsing anyone.
I'm not endorsing.
That's a disclaimer right there.
It's crypto.com now, and in fact, crypto.com, they are the owners of the LA Lakers.
Actually, the stadium.
Yeah.
Right. So I've been seeing the logo just recently.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when you see stuff like that, it just tells you there's a lot of big money involved with this, and there's a lot of. I think what is really the space is needing is some type of direction. Okay. And from nation states to kind of give confidence to more people. Yeah. Now I would say that there are countries that have now adopted cryptocurrency as a legal tender. Yeah. Places like El Salvador has already done it, and we have other countries in the South American regions that are already on the verge of doing that. So it's a very exciting space. Honestly, I think that if you like change, if you like progress, you like technology, you see that it's actually exciting to get involved and to learn. And I want to encourage, especially the younger generation, to make sure that they are taking advantage of this space. Why? Because, with technology and with this change comes new opportunities, right? So there are career opportunities that are opening up in this space. So there's just so much that can be harnessed by getting involved in this particular space.
Amen. Actually, through this, my message to us, I'm a man of faith. I'm a man of faith. And then we can't deny this. Yes. We need to evolve and be relevant with our society. The only thing is that we have to adhere to knowledge. How does it work? I believe that if we take the step 1, we can get to the step 2 and then the step 3. Okay. Now, if somebody want to get in touch with you, because the person says, what I heard, I really like it. I've been hesitant about this, but now God spoke to me. Brother Anthony, where can we find you? Where can people find you? Where can the community find you? Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I believe that we've shared quite a bit today in our short discussion here. And if somebody needs to reach out to me, between myself, my wife, and some of my partners, we run Freeport Financial Group, which is a cutting-edge financial company that has the sole purpose of helping people leverage and grow their money faster. And that's really what we're there for. Okay. You can connect with me either. I'm on Facebook at Ask Anthony, ASK Anthony. So you can look me up through that. You can also send an email through our back office at BOS@Freeport Financial Group, BOS@Freeport Financial Group. And you can also reach me via, through the phone, 309-530-4004, 309-530-4004. And we'll be happy to connect with you and help you through whatever challenges that you're having. Like I said, we do full-fledged financial planning, financial consulting, whether it's, trying to set up a business, different things. So reach out and we can work with you and see where you're at. And if you just wanting to get just general and more in-depth understanding into this whole crypto space that we've been talking about, just have somebody kind of guide you through that process. We'll be able to help you also.
Thank you very much. And now we get to the phase to get social. Yes. That's what it is about. We cannot restrain ourselves. We are social beings. God has created us to be social beings. And then prepare a question for me. I'm going to ask you soon. And then my question to you right now is based on where we come from. It's something that I've heard in allegory. It's a mystery. When I was growing up, let's say that you are canoeing, and then you have your father, you have your mom, and then you have your wife. You have canoeing in group, and then actually in last summer in July and August, my wife and I, we went to the village, and then I canoe, and then in the Volta, in the Volta River, and then it was sometimes it's like you fear a little bit, but let's say that it happened. It happened that the canoeing is drowning. Between your wife, your dad, and your mom. Please, your wife is watching, might be watching. You gotta know what to say. So, who do you think that is the most important person you should save?
I think that one would be a little bit. It's a tough one, but it's still in some ways it's somewhat easy, right? I think in this case,
yes.
I'll have to save the missus, which is my wife, in that. Like I mentioned to you, I have 2 little girls. So somebody has to take care of those.
Somebody has to take care of the kids. And, not that you don't love your dad, not that you don't love your mom.
And in fact, they would say the same.
Okay.
Because to them, they have lived, quite a bit of life already.
Okay.
Obviously, we all would like to be blessed with more years, but I think that in such a situation, I think that they will probably say the same.
Okay, good. So if you have any question for me, you can go ahead.
I'll ask you. I think it's a straightforward question, which is, what really drove you to to embark on this?
The diaspora. I believe that in the community, I'm part of the community, and I'm a diaspora also. Not only we are part of the diaspora community, and then on the social level, also I belong to a church congregation, and then things are evolving. And then when people sees you as a pastor, when people sees you that as an immigrant, we want to get out of those kind of cage. There are so many things that God has offered to us. Yes. There are people that as a pastor I can reach. There are people as an immigrant in my social community, when I say that the Ghanaian community or the Togolese community I can reach out to, or I can reach. But I believe that through this community, there's other kind of people also I can reach. So there are different spheres. So one of the lights, I believe that, we are told that we are the light of the world. Yes. One of the lights I want to bring to our community is through this area, that talents are many. Sometimes you get stuck and then everything. Actually, in order to get involved with this community now, there are other ways. Yes. And in this generation, so the purpose of me studying this is to shine lights. Okay. How do we connect from our faith also to what is going on? Not to get lost or not to get stuck while things are evolving. And then as an African diaspora, I believe I have the duty to spread the information. While my family, my wife and I, we are preparing, return back to the motherland.
Oh, that's great. That's great. In fact, that's an area that I want to spend more time there too now, because I think it's when it's a developing country. Speaking with respect to Ghana, so
many
opportunities
are there right now.
Developing. Yeah. And to me, what I always say is that in this system requires a little bit more brain power. Yeah. Right, because in a developed environment, you need to really be extra creative to come up with the next idea, right? But when you're in a developing country, everything is
already there.
Everything is an opportunity because there's lack of infrastructure. There's telecommunication, health sector, various sectors that needs to be built up. Yeah. Right. So there's a lot of opportunities for anybody that's willing to invest. Whereas if we had to invest, if you have a choice, where would you want to go? A mature market or a developing market? Okay. Right. So I think that's what Africa really presents itself as it's an emerging market, meaning the opportunities are endless because the things that we have here that we take for granted, there is not there. So you don't have to be too creative in my mind to be able to start something
that's
there
wisdom.
Versus here where you have to really you're competing against a very developed environment. Yes. The technology is there, everything is moving fast, there's big money pushing everything. So that's to me is the challenge, and that's why I think really the diaspora needs to really don't forget your root. And
don't forget your roots. Yeah, where you come from.
Exactly. Yeah. I think what the good thing that we can do, or the best that we can do, is leverage what we're able to see, hear, and find ourselves in this system. Because with that background, when you step in Africa, you know, your eyes are wide open.
Yes.
Because you see opportunities.
Opportunity everywhere.
Okay, so I think for us, that's what this environment gives us, is that we're able to, you know, those that believe the world was flat, right? You know, there was nothing you can do to convince them, right? Until those that knew the world was actually round came back and proved otherwise, right? So for us, because we know, you know, for lack of better words, that the world is round, when we get there, we're able to see things and see, wow, so much opportunity.
Yeah, actually, you know, not only we are inviting, you know, our own people, our own diaspora, but we see bigger companies, you know, those companies, fintech company, Amazon, you know, Audi, and Google, you know, Twitter. They are kind of like, you know, setting their headquarters there. No, and then the Chinese are going. The Americans, we know they have been there. So it has been always, you know, the opportunity. But in the 21st century now, I believe that Africa has the diaspora, has the expertise, you know, community to believe that this is the time also, you know.
I think we have
really
more
be
to
on
lose.
board. Yeah.
I really believe we have a lot to lose if, you know, I ask myself, you know, what will pain me more, right, is that you stay, you're in the diaspora, given all that you know and have experienced. You never took the chance, and then
you find
in your old age, now you find yourself in Africa, and you're looking around, and you really sit there, and now you really smack yourself thinking that, wow, I missed an opportunity to have at least given myself a chance. So I think, you know, the diaspora needs to take the lead and really go and make sure that we plant our flag on our root from where we came from. And even if you're not there full time, we still want to leverage the best of what Mother Africa has to offer, because again, all foreign investors are looking around, where do we put money? You know, where do you get more returns for your money? And they're looking at Africa as the place. So
the field.
If we have the opportunity, we have the contacts, we know the local, we are from that land, and I think we really it'll be a disservice to ourselves if we don't take advantage.
Thank you very much, Anthony, and I'm really honored to have you on the Media Diaspora for shining light, especially about your life, and then the way things are evolving, especially with the currency and cryptocurrency. And then my squad, AfrigaZone squad, would like to hear your last word, please.
My last word, I would say is, you know, as we've been talking about all today, is that, you know, we need to really take a chance, right? It's, you know, it's one thing to be of faith or a person of faith, and you don't necessarily even have to be a person of faith. But I think that you owe yourself to take a chance in life, because you only regret the opportunities that you didn't take more in life, right? So I think my parting word is that, you know, we're blessed to be living at this time, you know, when, with respect to this technology that we're talking about, it's at its infancy. You know, and we know it's going to be big. So
it's gonna
we
grow.
are there at the beginning stage. So let's not let it pass us by. Let's grab a hold of it, find out, reach out, and learn more about it. I think once knowledge is there, you'll be able to understand that it's not as scary as maybe you may be thinking, and that there could be a reward also for you. So thank you once again for tuning in.
My last word, we are not letting you go. Let's say now, you know, the last question for the night. If you have been given the almighty power to change something, and then especially in Africa diaspora, and then because you are from Ghana, you know, directing, you know, that change to Ghana, what would it be?
To change one thing physically? I mean, I think what we need to change is mindset.
The mindset.
Honestly, I think, you know, it says, you know, what the mind can believe and the heart, you know, can conceive, you can achieve, right? So I think it's all mindset, you know, and one of the things that I heard, you know, from a great man said that, you know, it says, you know, if what we see today came from nothing, imagine what we can do with what we have.
Wow.
Right? So it's a mindset.
It's a mindset.
And then I think if Africa and its citizens and the diaspora can start to change our mindset, right? And know that we're God created beings and that whatever we put our minds and our hearts to, we can achieve it. Because what we're talking about, cryptocurrency, came from what? The mind.
The mind.
When we talk about the airplane, the high rises, everything that we see, feel, touch, do, all of those things, it started from somebody's mind at one point, and before you know, it became a reality.
Yes.
You know, and to me, you know, especially people in the faith world, sometimes we're struggling with trying to find quote unquote miracles or testimonies.
Yes.
But I mean, when you look at the things that you see in this world today, that man has been able to do.
Yes.
That in itself.
Creation is in perpetuity.
That in itself.
Because this creation has to come through our mind, our imagination. Yeah. So God has given us planted powerful seed in our mind to what He has given unto us, the tools that are given unto us. Yeah. So thank you very much for being on the show, Meet the Diaspora. Please, if you have not subscribed yet, just hit the red button and you shall be subscribed. It is free. It is free. Join the community. Also, anytime that our new video comes out, you should receive notification. That's why you're going to click the bell of notification and support the community, join the community, subscribe. And this is AfrigaZone, Meet the Diaspora. Thank you and see you again. Ciao, ciao on our next video.
Thank you.